last video we have been here in this question, so I have recreated it. You can see the diagram I have drawn here. We had an equilateral triangle A, B and C. The masses M of same equal masses are there on the three vertices. Point G is the center of gravity, which is 1 meter away from each vertices of this equilateral triangle, and the mass at this point is 2m. Now if I try to resolve the center of mass with respect to the two-dimensional axis, that is x and y, I can easily get the y positive, y negative axis, x positive and x negative axis. Okay. Now in my question it has not been given anything regarding the inclination or regarding this degree, 30 degree or anything, whatever it is. In my question it is only asked to find the force acting on this 2m mass if it is placed on the centroid, or that is G of the triangle. It means each time I have to calculate the force acting on on G by A, on G by B, on G by C. Okay, so here we have three different forces from three different vertices of the equilateral triangle, and if I sum up these three forces, then I will be easily be able to get the resultant force acting on the mass 2m kept at the centroid G of the triangle. So F of GA means this is the force which is acting on G because of A, and since at point A the mass m is kept and at point G the mass 2m is kept, so what will happen? The force equation will become like this. Force equation states that F is equals to how much? It is G m, that is small m capital M upon r square, and I will take it as r unit cap, because here this unit r vector will give me the direction whether it is along any of the axis. So here small m, let it be m, capital M, let it be twice m. Now regarding the directions, now if I resolve this, then what I can see that the centroids from where if I drop perpendicular on each vertices, then it will divide this angle 60 degree of an equilateral triangle into 30 and 30, and I can say if this is my 30 degree, it will be an equal and opposite triangle. It means the axis, the coordinate axis, x-axis, is making an angle 30 degree with respect to this G. Similarly, the negative axis is also making an angle inclination of 30 degree with the negative x-axis with respect to BG or GB, whatever written in your textbook. Now I have to now complete these forces, or I have to calculate the different forces. So first force will be Gm 2m upon r square J cap. Why I have considered positive J cap? Because the force acted on G by A is along the positive x-axis, so it will be J cap. Now the force on G because of B. When the force acted by B on G, the force are acting not only along the direction of negative x-axis, but here the force is acting along the negative y-axis. These two forces are concentrated at G. Because this B, if I consider it as my resultant, then what will happen? It will be resolved into two vectors. One is directed towards the negative x-axis, another is directed towards the negative y-axis. So the force applied by B on G, and if I resolve the unit vector, it will be minus I cap minus of J cap. And since it has an inclination with respect to the x-axis and with respect to the y-axis as 30 degree, because if it is divided, then see, this is alternate interior angle, it will be 30 degree, again this is alternate interior angle, so this will be again 30 degree. So here it will be how much? I sin theta minus, or it is cos theta, it will be cos theta, because I है ना horizontal है तो ये cos हो जाएगा. This is cos theta minus of J cap sin theta, and theta is 30 degree. So this is cos theta, this is 30 degree. Okay, so this is my second equation. Now if I come to the force acted by C on G, again I have to resolve it. This time what will happen? It will be positive x-axis. So it is I cap. Again it is cos theta. I have written wrong. It is cos theta. So it is I cap cos theta minus j cap sin theta. Now I have these three equations, equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. Using the principle of superpositions, I will add these three equations and I will get the value. The force acting on the center of mass theory states that when any force acting from three different directions at the center of mass of a triangle or centroid of a triangle, the resultant force is always said to be 0. So if you have to check whether adding these three will give you 0 or not. Now the second part of the question, they are asking me, suppose if the force, what is the force if the mass at the vertex A is doubled? Means the mass at this point, let it be doubled. I take it as twice m. So what will happen if it is twice m? Then this equation will become g twice m. Here instead of m it will become 2m and it will remain j cap. Okay, that's it. Nothing, no changes are there, and rest of these two will remain same because there is no changes in mass, no change in the distance. Now regarding this r square, the distance is 1 because here this distance is given as 1 meter. So r is the distance between the centroid and the vertices. So it will be 1. So second question, second part will be what? Only this equation will change. Instead of m to m, it will be 2m multiplied by 2m. Rest will remain as it is and you have to solve the same. Just one tricky thing is here is this one, the inclination, because we are resolving it. Why we are resolving it? Because a centroid point is provided and with respect to that we have to consider the coordinate system. So I think it is an important question and it is an NCERT textbook question. So go through it very nicely. It is also important.